Praise be to you, Yahuah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuah, you are the only true living God. Indeed. Thank you for your Yahushua, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahudim.
Shalom, family. Welcome back to the Remnant Awakens. I am your brother, Pierre Ligi. And today, I gotta say, this episode is one of those foundational ones. Like, if you're new here, or you've been walking with us for a while, this is the kind of conversation that shapes everything else. We're gonna dig into what it really means to be a man, a woman, a father, a mother, and even a teen. But not by the world's standards, nah, by what Yahuah actually says in his word. So, if you've ever wondered, what does it mean to grow up in truth? Or, how do I walk out my role in this crazy world? This is for you. Let's get into it. All right. So let's start with the brothers. What is a man, according to scripture? I mean, the world's got a million answers, right? But when you look at the word, a man is called to lead, to protect, to provide, but also, and this is big, to serve. You look at Adam, you look at Abraham, Moshe, David, even Yahushua himself, the ultimate example. A man is supposed to walk in humility, in strength, in obedience to Yahuah. Not just flexing muscles or chasing money, but being a foundation for his family, his community. And, sometimes I gotta remind myself, being a man isn't about being emotionless or hard all the time. It's about being responsible, being faithful, and being willing to lay your life down for those you love. That's real manhood, according to Yahuah. Now, let's talk about the sisters. What is a woman according to scripture? I know this one gets twisted a lot, especially today. But when you look at the word, a woman is called to be a helper, a nurturer, a builder of the home, but also a warrior in her own right. Think about Sarah, Rivka, Ruth, Esther, Miriam. These women were strong, wise, and faithful. They weren't just sitting in the background, they were moving in obedience, in courage, in faith. And the world says submission is weakness, but in scripture, submission is strength. It's about order, not oppression. A woman is called to honor Yahuah, to support her husband if she's married, to raise up children in truth, and to walk in dignity and wisdom. That's the beauty of womanhood, not what the world tries to sell us. So, what about fathers? I mean, this one hits home for me, because, growing up, I saw both the good and the bad. According to scripture, a father is called to instruct, to discipline, to love, and to provide, but not just with money, with presence, with wisdom, with example. The Torah says, teach these words diligently to your children. That's not just a suggestion, that's a command. A father is supposed to be a covering, a protector, a teacher. And man, sometimes we mess up, right? But the goal is to point our children to Yahuah, not just to ourselves, to raise them up in the way they should go, so when they're old, they won't depart from it. That's the calling of a father. And mothers, listen, I gotta give honor where it's due. The world doesn't value motherhood like it should. But in Scripture, a mother is a life giver, a nurturer, a teacher, a comforter. Think about Miriam, the mother of Yahushua, or Hannah, or even Yaakov's mother Rivka. These women shaped destinies. A mother is called to build up her children, to teach them Torah, to show them compassion, to pray for them, to be that safe place. And, sometimes it's a thankless job, but Yahuah sees it. The prayers of a mother, the sacrifices, the tears, they matter. That's the high calling of a mother, not what the world says. Now, let's talk to the young people for a second. What does Scripture say about teens, about youth? I remember being a teenager, thinking I knew everything. And man, I was wrong most of the time. But the Word says, remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Teens are called to honor their parents, to seek wisdom, to walk in purity, to be examples even at a young age. You look at Joseph, at David, at Daniel. They were young, but they stood for truth. The world says, go wild, do what you want. But Yahuah says, set yourself apart even now. Don't wait till you're older to get serious about your faith. Start now, and you'll save yourself a lot of pain. Trust me. And here's where it gets real. The world twists all of this. The world says a man is only a man if he's tough, emotionless, got money, got status. That's a lie. The world says a woman is only free if she rejects submission, if she's sexually liberated, if she does whatever she wants. That's not freedom, that's bondage. The world mocks fatherhood, makes dads look like jokes on TV, and belittles motherhood like it's not important. And for teens, the world says, rebel, disrespect your parents, chase after vanity, after trends. But all of that leads to emptiness. We talked about this in past episodes, how the system, the media, even religion sometimes, tries to redefine what Yahuah already established. But the truth is, His order's good, it's life-giving, and it's for our protection. Now, I got to say this, because sometimes people get it twisted. Yes, Scripture says to honor your father and mother. That's the command. But parents are not gods. They are not above Yahuah. If your parents tell you to do something that goes against Torah, against Yahusha's example, you gotta obey Yahuah first. Honor doesn't mean blind obedience to sin. And for parents, don't provoke your children. Don't abuse your authority. We're all accountable to the Most High. So, it's about balance. Honor, yes, but ultimate obedience belongs to Yahuah. So, family, to be a man, a woman, a father, a mother, or a teen, according to Yahuah, it all starts with knowing who He is, obeying His Torah, walking in Yahusha's example, and living as the remnant. That's the foundation. The world's gonna keep trying to twist it, but we got to stand firm. I hope this episode gave you something to think about, maybe even challenged you a little. I'm Pierre Ligi, your brother from the tribe of Yehuda, and this is the Remnant Awakens. If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe if you're awakening to truth. Comment below. What stood out to you the most? And if you know someone still sleeping, share this episode with them. Until next time, Shalom. See you all on the next episode.
Praise be to you, Yahuah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahuah, my Messiah, I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour onto me, and thank you for breaking out the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahuah, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim.